So we're back in the high country today and we're trying out a very interesting trail. Well, not really a trail, more of like a suggested walking route. 6 Mile Spur, which is the spur that leads down from Little Buller, and that doesn't have a walking track on it. And that one in particular is seen as a bit of a hero hike. We've got Andrew here who's done it before, but not in the way that it's been intended. So we'll see how it goes today.
Almost there, mate.
Woohoo! Love a good bit of cold exposure in the morning. And the little dip in the Hauka River. We've made it onto the top of 6 Mile Spur, or well, not the top of it, but we've crested the middle of the spur, so now it's time to follow it along. Spur heads east first, and then it switches up to heading north. And where a lot of people seem to get wrong on this one is there's a lot of different side spurs that come down off of 6 Mile, but because most people do 6 Mile by starting at the top, it's easier to get lost on your way down. So we're starting from the bottom, so it's much easier for us to find our way up there. So we're gonna keep going. I think we're making pretty good time. We will continue pushing on. I've been attacked. I just had a stick go up my nose. Ugh. Oh. We're really getting into the thick of it now. Yeah, we're about to head up onto the first major climb, but the going's been very slow. This is not an easy walk, this one. Most people don't know Mount Buller as a real mountain. They know it as a ski resort. But Buller has a wild side, and terrain that makes it one of the high country's most striking mountains. Perhaps the most serious of all of Buller's terrain is that of Little Buller. However, seeing as the access is so difficult, not many people have visited this side of the mountain. The initial climb along the lower sections of the spur were tough going due to pushing through wall after wall of regrowth. Eventually, the spur kicks up as it heads north, and it kicks up quick. If pushing through regrowth on flat ground was hard enough, try doing it on a constant 30-degree slope. Breaking into and above the tree line was certainly a relief, as I was looking forward to the scrambling along the ridgeline. If you're anything like me, you'll agree that scrambling is the best bit about any hiking trail, as long as you don't bite off more than you can chew. By about now, we're at the bottom of Little Buller's ridge and beginning to make our way along the final kilometre of rough ground. The spur almost immediately narrows and the series of bluffs that make up the ridgeline come into view. The scrambling along the ridge was some of the best I've experienced in the high country. With very steep drops either side and so many variations in terrain and obstacles to navigate, it really made for an engaging climb. The only downside is the rock quality. All throughout this region, the rock is very unstable, turning easy grade climbs into much more serious endeavours. This wasn't an issue for all but the hardest climb along the ridge. As we progress further along the ridgeline, the scrambling intensified. The ridge seems to widen as you near the top of Little Buller, but the bluffs barring your way to the summit only increase in difficulty and exposure. Most of the scrambling's on a 45-degree angle and just involves negotiating a few rocky outcrops along a slope. You know it's not that serious when I still have a trekking pole out. Yeah, it is. The final rocky outcrop between us and the summit was near vertical, tall, and very exposed. The climbing wasn't necessarily difficult, more akin to a low-grade boulder, but with such a high risk of falling due to rock giving away, it made for an interesting time. Well, it's taken a bit, but we made it on top of Little Buller. Man, that's seriously the hardest hike that I've ever done.